How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here. We are watching the conclusion of The War Between the Land and the Sea. It's episode 5. And yeah, it's been good. It's been really enjoyable. I think the first 2 episodes definitely stood the strongest, and you know, the 3rd episode was really crazy with what went down. But yeah, it's been enjoyable, and I'm hoping for a solid conclusion to things. Even though it's been like 5 episodes, and of course, with how certain shows can run for 6 episodes or 8 episodes, and you wait 2 years for the next season, it can get a little bit, can't it? So yeah, but of course, I think this is a limited series, so I don't think there's any kind of expectation for a season 2 or anything like that. So yeah, but still, I am really hoping for a really solid conclusion. I do have certain mindset in terms of where things might go, especially with Salt's character. I do expect her to potentially die, but how we're gonna you know, nullify this whole situation between Homo Aquas and humans is going to be interesting, because of course they're not going to relent, but neither are the humans. So yeah, although we did have we had a neat standoff, didn't we, with Kate with Unit versus the British Army. Like that could have gone ugly. That could have turned ugly. So yeah. But I'm excited to see where things are going to go. So it's episode 5 of The War Between the Land and the Sea. Let's go. Who let the dogs out? Oh my goodness. Why am I... Oh my... No way!
You eat our fish.
What?
You can't eat our fish.
What? I'm getting a quote from He Who Shall Not Be Named. Redacted. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. That is... well, now we know who truly... Like, this is their way of saying, yeah, you know who's truly evil, because they're eating the dogs. So, yeah. Kate is...
Too long and too hard to compromise myself. Why can't this be enough?
Kate is gonna need a vacation
When
after
you
this.
see a choice, I have to report this to your superior.
Your daughter is
boy.
not your husband's.
Whoa!
Beg your pardon? Slept with his best friend. The friend found someone else called Gillian. Your marriage survived. Your
What
secret
the
is safe.
hell?
Until now. So,
Kate.
prescription, please.
Did she just seriously blackmail her? Yo!
Begin headaches. And this whistling sound.
Oh no, what? Wait.
I've got a rash on my neck and my legs ache.
Good. BP and heart rate steady.
Oh god. He's gonna turn into one of them, isn't he? Oh no.
We're special when now she's gone. No one knows what to do with me.
My 15 minutes are up. Look at that, you're a hero. There you go. Some people, you're a hero. You're a traitor.
It's the only place I feel good.
Where?
In the water.
Reminds me of her. Hey. No, but he was complaining. I got these headaches and all of that.
Severance.
It's not just a headache.
Talks were just war games, while they were doing exactly what we thought they'd do.
Genocide.
Melting the ice caps.
Oh no.
They didn't. They dropped the layer. They want us to see.
What's the scale?
We know how
At
much
this
this
rate,
means.
Antarctica will double its loss. 300 billion tons of ice per year.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
The water. All that carbon will be released into the atmosphere.
Remember
It will
what?
flood.
Yeah, and their structures will
We will drown.
rust.
We will choke.
It will water planet.
We do need to know. You started this.
You keep saying, you started it.
You started this.
You started this.
If we could just push. This was started by you. I don't think it's appropriate.
Who made this happen?
Oh, goodness. You're not letting him get a word in edgewise, but...
Was an inconvenience. You were the dirt that gathered while we were away.
Oh, sheesh.
And you will be cleansed.
Yo, that's a kind of messed up statement in terms of this, genocidal plan we got going on.
Happen. Are all of us gonna drown?
I don't know.
You're their bloody friend. Why are you always so useless?
Wow! Tell him how you really feel.
God, we can meet behind gates. What's happened to us?
You fell in love with a fish. Sorry.
Sure.
Well, you did.
I mean, you did boinker.
Did you?
They got me a piece of tech to override the cameras.
Ooh. Sneaky.
Thanks. I didn't see anything.
He's just like, for what? Nothing happened, right?
And I drive into the night. Every night.
Surely want to be disguised just in case someone on the other side... Is that... I mean, I guess he's got blacked out windows, but still.
In the dark.
Yo.
I call her name. And I keep trying.
He's wrapped around her her finger. It's crazy. It is insane and crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
But he doesn't get a response.
Yo.
Much. Thanks. I didn't see anything. But I'd say...
Traitor!
Then maybe she gets through.
And then... severance.
God's sake.
I never said yes.
But he's hell-bent.
My name is not on this.
Look, I was not involved.
I do. The police were very clear. There was a protest against privatized water.
Alright,
And I might
yeah,
remind
sure,
you, Sir Keith was not a member
sure.
of this government.
But the word severance crops up in your comms too.
Why?
I'm sure it does. But
Is
there
it your
were
favourite show at the minute? I heard it's quite popular.
Is it some sort of weapon?
It is.
Oh, for God's sake. I can help.
He never said no, so it's a weapon to kill them all.
Lapse within 6 months, you'll be voted out. The next lot will storm into power, promising anti-aqua legislation. The war will begin all over again, and on and on and on it goes.
Damn,
I
Kate.
will still be here.
Oh.
Waiting.
Oh.
And I promise you, Harry, when you're out of office...
When?
Cooked to death. You can't beat it. Cheers. Cheers, then.
Oh, you sneaky bastards. I don't know why he doesn't have that on him, just in case. Oh, what are they doing to him? What the hell is... Yeah, this is a virus. Yeah, knew it. Ah, hells. Yo, these guys are just vulgar as hell. Oh, there she is. Oh, but this bad timing, considering all things considered, right?
Oh, we can escape.
Go back
Please.
and tell your people to ask for a cord.
A cord.
A cord?
Tell your people to ask Aqua
Is this
kind
another?
for a cord. Wait. That every one of my kind will have to respect.
Oh, so it's not
You
another
know what it means. There's every
aqua
chance
kind.
humankind will try
We
to
had
stop
Salt Tide.
I trust her.
Accord, dictionary definition, to give someone status, or to be harmonious or consistent with.
I like harmonious.
Yeah, me too. It's a good word for this whole situation.
So, I could
filter the word accord into the signal.
Ooh.
Disguise.
Exactly.
Kind of like with Severance.
Doesn't leave a key print.
The clerk from transport.
Yeah, but I'm here only by mistake, remember?
Happy accidents,
We're
as
not completely beyond the laws of the land.
yeah.
We could all be arrested for treason.
Okay.
Let's risk it. It's treason then. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Jesus Christ. Bit much, isn't it? Oh, no! What the shit? Oh! Yeah, had a feeling. Had a feeling. Yeah. Hundreds of...
Part of London, one thing is obvious. They're dying. Homo aqua.
Oh,
is dying.
these... That general, the French and the Prime Minister, they could all... They could all be yeeted into the... They could all get yeeted into the sun.
It's like the gills get blocked. I'd say they shed scales like we shed skin, but the shedding has stopped, which means the excess scales build up and they...
Viruses programmed to strike and then decay. That's
Put the math together.
sick.
Severance.
That's human technology.
It was us.
Yeah.
I didn't see it happening. Severance.
There we go.
Europeans learn to walk. We meet a new species. We slaughter them.
Yeah. There's this whole idea that humans are going to be the monsters.
Over and over again.
What was it the Master said in Series 3 of Doctor Who? Human race, greatest monsters of them all. No, it's Salt. Oh no, this could be bad. Is she limping?
The war is over. You have won.
Yo, they've got no chance to
defeated.
retaliate. Look at the smugness on that dickhead.
You survived. 1 in 10.
Not a high... Yeah.
I thought you had chosen your weapons well.
Oh
because a
no.
virus contains no water. And yet,
Oh no.
we'll find you. One day.
Who are you pricking? This is how the waters of Mars start, isn't it? Oh my god! Oh!
It was a way of two species joining and sharing and celebrating.
Could have done
Just
that from the
now
very
lost.
get-go, I guess, but I mean, they've been ravished.
Barclay the first offer.
This can bring you home. We will protect your boundaries from pollution and sound. And
I don't think they could have any trust.
And we can rebuild our relationship.
We will accept this offer. If you give this land its true name.
Ugh.
A hunting ground.
Oh, goodness. Hells.
Green sheet protocols, everyone. Congratulations.
We won, but at what cost?
I'm
Yeah.
not sure which.
We don't know if this is a victory. Is this a good ending or a bad ending? It's an ending.
Abandon the hall, everyone.
Yo!
Out!
Get him! I don't. Oh, of course. Look at that. Always like move.
Missing your point. Anything.
Really?
We won. How about that? Tell them we won. We won the war.
The place is shattered. You are just. Oh, we need a headliner. God's sake. I know Sarah Jane Smith would not abide by this vulturousness.
The Doctor is nowhere to be seen.
He said to me once, I save the human race, I don't shape the human race.
You can't be there every
You're on
time.
your own.
Are they gonna, like, because I don't think they found out necessarily he was imbued with the virus. Heroes! Bowie!
And you, we can be heroes. Just for one day.
I love this. I love this cover. I'm loving this cover.
Yes, we're lovers.
Wait, what the fuck? What the? Oh no! Yo, this is rough as well when you gotta think about his accent is, well, mainly his kid. Oh my shit! This is wild though, that, like... And they swam happily ever after. Seriously, dude?
No.
Did you not pay attention?
Is there something wrong? If I don't.
Don't. Oh my god! What the fuck?
I said, peck it!
I hope he did certainly pick it. Wow! Yo, that's crazy as hell. That is absolutely crazy as hell. Yeah. Yeah. Man. I mean, to be fair, it was a real, like, yeah. I don't know if it's because I necessarily wouldn't do it anyways, because, I mean, I'm not lazy at all of that, which is funny. Like, he's jogging at all of that. I'll just dubbed it here, so yeah. I'd hold on to it until I find a bin, right? So yeah. But it's like, I mean, I get it though, with the ramifications and what this little rift between humans and Aquakind has brought and all of that. So yeah, like it's taken a toll on Kate, and not just that though, but there is of course still unresolved hurt that she's channeling. So, and this is not like, no, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. We just had this whole kerfuffle going on and all of that. We are not doing this whole shebang where you're just going to be negligent, basically. So I do get what they're gunning for. Here's the thing as well. I feel like with depending on what side you're on, I can definitely see some people littering out of spite and all of that. So I mean, there's already a shred of ignorance anyways in terms of just the general consensus, but but you can definitely see some people being severely against the Aquakind and all of that, and they'll just litter for the hell of it, like especially if the war has been won and all of that. We'll just litter for the hell of it, because there are going to be those kind of people that will exist in the world. So I mean, they kind of do in reality. That's why you're saying stuff like that they will litter for the spite of it, because whenever there is some kind of conflict that you know, certain people will be against and all of that, in regards to you know, certain groups and all of that, there will be people who will acting out of spite and all of that, just for pedanticness. There you go. But yeah, this was yeah, I don't know how to feel ultimately with that ending in mind. I mean, I think what was happening in regards to Severance being executed and all of that, I felt like, well, it kind of did feel a little inevitable in a sense that, okay, well, I've got to, suspect that there is going to be, especially when you got to consider Tide, who I thought we were going to see more of. I mean, we did see a brief bit of him in this episode, but I think he only appeared for like 2 1-minute scenes, essentially. So, yeah. But I thought there was going to be a bit more of him just because I thought he was going to be a bit more of a malicious figure when it comes to the Aqua kind versus Salt, who, well, was already a defector in their eyes, right? So, yeah. Yeah, I think the problem is, and it's something that I might have mentioned in the last episode, and it's something that I might have even mentioned in this episode, because shows these days do like to take the mickey, don't they? Where they will only have a few number of episodes to get things done, and it might feel a little bit rushed. And I definitely did feel like with that was the case with this episode. So, yeah. I feel like there needed to be a bit more breathing room and all of that. Maybe the extra episode, 6 episodes. That could have been sufficed, maybe, I don't know. But I definitely did feel a sense of rush and all of that with this with this episode. I mean, it was still good, don't get me wrong, but I mean, even like it was just really, really insane, wasn't it, in terms of like some of the stuff that went by, and it just happened just like that. So yeah. And it's funny because I mentioned that in the first 2 episodes, but that was more so enjoyability. But in terms of like things that was explained or everything else just like that, I just felt like we had to move things along. Like the caveat is we got a few more extra minutes in this episode to kind of resolve everything. But the problem is I still feel like it was a little rushed, and maybe an extra episode. Yeah, it would have sufficed, but yeah. But yeah, I think that ending just threw me off as well. But the thing was, I kind of expected it when he was like, "Oh, I got these headaches and all of that," and I'm like, "It's look, you're pointing it out on television. It's never just that." So, just got a headache. It's a nothing. It's never nothing. It's not something that you can just chug down a paracetamol or water and hey, it was nothing, right? So, yeah. And I get that they didn't make any kind of like that's it though. I feel like for someone who like. There might be some people who would be thinking, okay, well, how did it trigger? Was it when they were injecting him with something and all of that? With the Severance virus and all of that. Did that turn him as well? Or what did we miss? But that's why I'm saying it came before because of the headaches and all of that. That was before he got injected with the virus. So, yeah. Before he became the carrier. And all I'm thinking is when them two got a little bit intimate, that's when things started. Like, you think about Accord, because that literally came up. That literally flashed in our eyes in conjunction to what happened to Barclay. And it's like, this whole idea of harmony between 2 humans and all of that, a human and an Aqua kind, yeah. It's a bit more than just a little agreement. So, as Salt and Barclay found out, I guess when they got a little bit intimate, right? And that's when it happened, right? So, yeah. Do we see? Because again, there's no, I guess, clear establishment in terms of when the changes started to happen and all of that. But you can take a little bit of a gander, like I said, just based on dialogue. Oh, got this headache and whatnot. I just felt like he's like his whole life has been changed and he's been ripped away. Like he can't he's necessarily he can't necessarily be with his kid like for long periods of time now, if anything, right? I mean, obviously, Homo Aqua can survive outside the water, but not for a long period of time. We had that moment with Sol, didn't we? So yeah, and Barclay. But not just that though. But of course, when you've explored the sea devils before, yeah. So they have survived periods outside the water, but it's their home and all of that. So yeah, and it's kind of like he's just departed from his family to be with someone who he's barely known in a sense, and yeah, so but but to be fair though, I mean, there does become that little bit of a in terms of him living in the oceans and all of that as well. I do feel like that, like, it does feel, I mean, his whole life was destroyed anyways, wasn't it? In terms of the fact that he'd have to be protected for the rest of his life, really, based on the fact that he had such an impact in the world, right? Because of the fact that he was this ambassador, and yeah, and he became a well-known hero to some, but a villain to some as well. And you could say there is this freedom. You could say there is this freedom in terms of him uniting with the ocean. It's just, it comes at the him uniting with the ocean. Yeah, it just comes at the caveat that he might not. I wouldn't necessarily say he'll never see his daughter again. He might do. But it's this whole idea that, like, it's kind of wild in a sense that he barely knew someone for like 5 minutes and all of that. But I think that comes at the cost of a rushed kind of production when it comes, like, there's 5 episodes and yeah. Things have not really flourished, and then we have that ending really in mind. But there is this whole idea that there is a little bit of freedom in terms of because you could say that his life was destroyed, right? With the fact that he was in, and he was so happy, and he felt so liberated, and he had no need to worry whatsoever, really. Not just that, though, but there is this whole notion that humans are the monsters and all of that. And again, as I said in the reaction itself, there might be some people that will be pressed by that kind of insinuation in terms of, I mean, the bad guys did win. That's the sad fact. The smugness on those politicians, or on that, you know, captain and all of that, I wanted to drop kick them in the face. So, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, it's this whole idea that, not just the bad guys have won, but it was like that comment in terms of we see something different and then we just retaliate. And I feel like that is, not gonna lie, it kind of feels pretty apt. So, yeah. So that's why I'm saying there is a sense of that freedom, because he was surrounded by a bunch of voices. Yes, some were cheering for him, but some were booing him as well. But it's also the idea of what humans have done. And there is this kind of sense of appreciation from Barclay to the Aqua kind. But, of course, it's not like they are, you know, it's not like they are clean whatsoever. I'm still not forgetting that wild introduction about the dogs and all of that. So, yeah. Weapons as if it were for dogs, I guess, and if it had a more bleaker ending. So, because that's it though. That for the dogs was bleak. What happened in? I mean, obviously the events of Weapons was kind of bleak, but then that ending happened, and that was wild in itself. If you know, you know. But yeah, he just felt more liberated and felt more appreciated. It's still a wild and eerie ending. I'm not gonna lie, especially because of, you know, he's barely known for someone for like 5 minutes essentially, and the fact that, you know, he's. Again, like I said, I'd like to believe he will still see his daughter and all of that, sure. But, you know, his home is with, like, she can't exactly, it's not like, they can make arrangements, oh, you can come to my place under the sea. So, yeah. But, yeah. Wild. I am really intrigued to see where they will go for Kate in future episodes of, you know, the Hooniverse, whether we'll have another spin-off further down the line or not, because, I mean, that's it. I think this was the hope of one of the first of, like, maybe a plethora of Doctor Who spin-offs and, under the, you know, whole Disney deal. And then that fell apart. So, yeah. We're still getting, of course, Doctor Who content, but we're gonna have to wait 1 year. 1 year. I mean, we'll wait a little bit earlier. Like, it will be a little bit earlier before we do get news. When you've got to consider the fact that we'll get some details about the Christmas special and a trailer, of course, to hype up the 2026 Christmas special. But still, it's a long wait. And yeah, but. As I was digressing and talking about this being one of the first of the, I guess, hopeful spin-offs and all of that, because I don't, like I said, I don't know if we're going to get any more. But yeah. When it comes to, we don't even know when we're going to see Kate again. That's the thing. I'm sure we will do, but it will probably be a long time. So yeah, like I said, we're not going to get a season 2 of The Land Between the War and the Sea, so we can't exactly, we can't exactly, have her, you know, back anytime soon and all of that, so we might have to wait until 2027, 2028, so, yeah, but again, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen with Kate, because, I mean, her and that stability, it's something that we'll have to, you know, touch upon, like, we have to touch upon at some point in the future, because of the fact that, we don't want, you know, that, like, last scene to be the ending of her story, do we? But not just that, though, but obviously she does need the rest before she can return. So, yeah. But, yeah. You did feel so bad for Kate, and, yeah. Again, I think with an extra episode, we could have seen that fleshed out a bit more. So, yeah. I think that is the problem, though. Like, with, this show, I was a little bit skeptical about 5 episodes, because, well, especially if it was, I mean, yeah, Kate was, and Shirley, they were characters that we already knew, but the story wasn't about them. If anything, Kate's, of course, trauma and grief and fatigue, that was a side story to the to what was the main event between Barclay and Salt, and this whole thing about the humans and the Aqua kind. And even then, the spotlight did shone on the romance between Barclay and Salt, and Salt. If this was like a mini, because I keep asking for it, and I know I'm not. Well, we are not going to get it, but for example, if this was like if they did 5 episodes to focus on the 8th Doctor, for example, an 8th Doctor mini-series, I think that would have been a bit more fine. Because, well, we kind of know a bit about the 8th Doctor anyway, so yeah. But there's just so much to focus on and so little time. And certain character stories are going to have little time to flourish and all of that, especially considering how much of a big deal this is for Kate, for example, in terms of, you know, what she's been going through, losing Ibrahim, and just wearing herself thin anyways. There's not much time, especially when she doesn't have as much exposure compared to Barkley and Salt, if that makes sense. So, yeah. But that's just my 2 cents. Just because I feel like we could have done a bit more in terms of focusing on Kate and her mental health and all of that. So yeah, like her seeing Ibrahim in this episode, I feel like if you did 2 episodes of that and all of that, I'm not necessarily saying that you know, we should have full circled it and Kate was able to move on. Goodness no, because that would be rushed and all of that. This is going to take some time for Kate to recover from. But her seeing Ibrahim, for example, that was only brought up in this episode as well. So maybe a couple of episodes of that, for example, that would have been, you know, great to kind of focus on and all of that. So yeah, but yeah. But I think with what happened, it was all right. Like I said, I think that ending was a bit, I don't know how to feel necessarily about that ending, but the whole plot about what Severance brought to the Aquakind, whilst like obviously revolting in regards to those involved, it was you know, it was a really high stakes situation. So yeah, but of course you were wondering how are they going to bring about the end of this whole situation. So yeah, but yeah, it was an interesting finale. I don't hate it, but I can't confidently say I love it. So that's just my 2 cents on the whole situation. But yeah, like I said, I think the main takeaway for this is we could have had an extra episode, but them's the breaks. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time then. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check out my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!